Hey, Bo.
Hey there, John.
Welcome to Hitman. We're going to take a look at it for sdfgaming.com. Welcome to anyone who's looking at this. We're going to look at the brand new, I believe this is episode 5, map that just came out on September 26th, I think it was released, a couple days ago. I played it last night and beat it, and we're gonna check it out. It's called Freedom Fighters. It is I believe I said the 5th. Actually, let's go look at that. You say you've never seen the inside of this game, Bo? Is that correct?
I've seen the game played a bunch.
Yeah.
I have not played the game.
One of the things I really like about this is the way that this menu is set up. So when you boot it in, you've got this featured content tab. It's showing the advertising the new mission. These things just kind of update. It's got like that Windows 10 look to it. Elusive targets. I've recorded a few of those for the site. They will pop up there. They have these escalation missions, which are they take place in the levels that already exist, but they are increasingly difficult missions where phase 1 will be assassinate the target, and then you will do it again, but the second time you do it, it is assassinate the target while wearing a specific costume. And then the third time you do it, it is assassinate the target while wearing a specific costume with a specific weapon. And then it keeps getting more and more difficult as you go on. They're super hard. I've never completed an escalation. I haven't tried very hard either, but there's all that other stuff in there. So then Destinations tab brings you to all the maps that are currently out. When you bought the base game originally, it had the ICA facility, which has a few training maps that you can try out. Actually, we can just look at that, I think. Yeah, so there's like some prologue. There's this guided training where it's like a warehouse with a boat, and you have missions you do on there. There's a second version of that, which is just called freeform training, where it's not as guided. They kind of give you a task and you just try it out. There's one at like a Russian airport. This is also just kind of a test case thing. It teaches you how to create your own contracts, which you can then upload, which is kind of cool. You can share them with friends. You can just put them out there and people can, download them, and you can go into a level, assassinate a target in a certain way, and it like records all the ways that you've done that. And then you can upload that as a contract, and people can try to do it. So you can make it like super difficult and obscure, and that's a pretty cool system. And then Paris, the Paris map came with the original game. But since then, you could either buy individual upgrades to get the Sapienza map, the Marrakesh map, the Bangkok map, and now Colorado is out, and the upcoming one that comes up, there's not a release date for it yet, but it's in Japan. This represents the entirety of the $60 Hitman game. Once Japan is out, it is technically completed. They are obviously going to continue to support this with more missions within the existing maps, more of these elusive targets. That seems to be kind of like every couple of weeks they have a new one of those. And
I feel like the smart play here is to obviously they've got the engine and everything. It seems like a real good looking game.
Mm-hmm.
So you do your season 2.
Yeah.
And when you do that, I think you give a little something for the people who played season 1.
Yeah. I mean, if you bought the full game, like when season 2 comes out, like throw in a freebie. Like here's a new free map for owners of the game, and
sure,
you're going to sell a whole bunch more copies of it at the full price when you do that. So yeah, I mean that would be pretty good. This shit has been so good so far that when season 2 comes out, if there's like a $40 season pass version of it or something, I'll just buy it because it's been great so far. So you can jump into any of these maps and do all the different challenges that are associated with it. You can look at the story. This is some spoilery shit here for anybody who doesn't want to see that. In between the missions, there are these little cinematics that kind of fill you in on the story of Hitman, which is kind of a cool way to do it. It's, vague spy agency thriller kind of stuff. It's not super compelling, but it's interesting enough to kind of stitch it all together.
I think the word you're searching for there is serviceable.
Yes, yeah, it's fine. It's not bad. It's not great. It's like it's
right.
And story out of Hitman was never something that I really wanted. Like the story comes from the level. Like you are kind of the story. Like how you complete the hit is the story. So these little interstitials are just more of literally that. Just in it. Here's what happened when you weren't playing. Basically, you can go into the contracts tab and you can create a contract, search for contracts, all this kind of stuff. You can do escalation missions. Here's your career. All your gear that you've unlocked is all listed in here. All the weapons, different outfits. And you unlock those by... let's go back here. I'm going to go into Freedom Fighters. You unlock that extra stuff by getting mastery levels on a mission, and you achieve those by doing different things within the mission. So, for instance, on the new map, you go into the planning tab, and I can choose my loadout. So I always take my pistol. This is the default clothing set for this map, but I could go in and just do the classic Hitman suit. As you play the level and unlock things, you may get some different outfits that you could wear in here. I always bring the lockpick with me because I hate locked doors. And I bring the coin. I don't find the coin particularly great in this game, but it has come in handy when I just cannot solve how to get in somewhere and I need to distract somebody. You pitch a coin off to the side and they go, what the fuck was that? And they walk over to the coin and then you sneak in the door.
Right.
Because
and murder them, I assume.
Yeah, even if you just need to get somebody to turn around so you can sneak up behind them and choke them out, coins come in handy. So this is my general loadout. Pistol, coin, lockpick. I can also do a smuggled item. The first time you play a map, you will only have one of these agency pickup locations unlocked, but because I beat this last night, I have unlocked, looks like 5 total locations so far throughout the map where there is a crate, and I can choose something to put in that crate. So I'm just going to do this one's right near the beginning of the map, so I'm going to do that, and then I can choose any other piece of equipment to put in there. Excuse me. I like taking the combat knife pretty often because you can throw it and then go collect the knife, and it's a silent kill. You have a proximity explosive that is, exactly what it sounds like. You lay that mine on the ground. When somebody walks close to it, it blows up. I have had varying levels of success with that. I end up blowing up people I don't intend to a lot. Syringe is fun. Close kill, silent. The fiber wire, the garrote is always, a crowd pleaser. The distinct advantage of having that is when you choke someone out from behind with the fiber wire, you are immediately then already in drag body mode. Whereas if I just walk up behind them and give them a sleeper hold, they drop to the ground, and then I have to do a button prompt to begin dragging them. So it saves you a couple seconds. So it's a quick kill, and then you're immediately dragging the body away. You can actually drag them away while you're choking them to death when you have the fiber wire, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's kind of raw for the guy in question,
It's fucking great. You are dying, and I'm going to put you in this box, and you know it. So,
right. It'll be weeks before they find you, sucker.
Yeah. So some of this shit is kind of useless to me. I do not know a situation in this game where having a go loud automatic weapon is actually a good idea ever. So I generally will put either the sniper rifle or some other silent thing in here. I'm just going to do the combat knife because I like the way that shit works. All right, so if we go to the Southern Farm Perimeter shed, we've got a combat knife in there. We are going to start at the Southern Farm Perimeter. I've also unlocked other locations because I have reached, I think my mastery level is 9 on this map. So I could start as an undercover agent in the garage. I could start as a undercover guy, an explosive specialist. So that you start in that costume, so you've already kind of got access to an area where you would normally have to figure out how to, subdue somebody and get that costume. Or I can start in the orchard. I'm just going to start at the default starting point. And that's it. Then we just hit play and we go play some Hitman.
All right. Yeah, let's kill some.
I really like the menu system on this. It's very clean. It's really easy to find your way around it. simple.
Yeah, it's real nice aesthetic as well. Like it's a good looking game from menu on.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
And real easy to undervalue a really solid menu.
Yeah, I mean,
I like it.
we did a Pac-Man 256 quick look for the site, and the menu in that game sucks. The game's great, but the menu
not
sucks.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's very helpful. It's an often overlooked aspect. So the basic story is here: we're breaking into this militia compound in Colorado, and we need to kill. This is kind of unprecedented in this game so far. We need to kill 4 targets. And find a hidden room somewhere in the compound to find some intel that our agency desperately needs. So here we are. We're start off crouched on the outskirts of this camp. This game has a real nice look to it. The graphics are they're not the greatest graphics I've ever seen, but the thing I really appreciate about this game is the density of the environment. There's a lot of shit that looks like it's supposed to be here stacked around. This does not look empty. There's just fucking garbage everywhere, ashtrays, trash cans, like fruit laying around, food on plates, that kind of stuff. So I really like that aspect of it. I believe I have the graphics maxed out right now, and I'm running this at 60 frames per second is what it's giving me, so it looks really smooth.
Honestly, you throw a roof on this place, it's my college apartment.
Grass and all with the barbed wire.
Yeah. I mean, I got a deal on it.
We can go into our menu here. I just hit the. I'm playing with the game controller on the D-pad. Brings this menu up, and you just kind of hit left and right to kind of cycle around. Choose your weapon. You'll pull it out. You can hit up on the D-pad, and it'll put it away. If I hit up again, he'll pull it back out. You can see down in the bottom right corner, it says visibly armed, and there's a little warning symbol there. If I'm walking around with this gun out, that will cause problems. So this game is very good. Not only the interface, but like the HUD tells you a lot in a very simple way. You can see over there's a white dot over that guy that's standing by the entrance, both of those guys. Because I have my gun out and because I just obviously don't belong here, they will be immediately suspicious of me. Now I put my gun away and that suspicion goes away. I think I'm allowed to just walk around out here without them getting super freaked out, but if I try to go in that gate, they will flip the fuck out. So we're going to sneak over here.
And get a grenade.
Yeah. All right, so I am going to apologize at this point. This was happening to me last night as well. Every so often, the game just kind of freezes for about 3 seconds, maybe 4 or 5 seconds. And I think it's an autosave bug that they have not worked out yet. So that is going to happen while we're playing this, so I'm sorry for that, but there's nothing I can do about it. It didn't used to do that. It's something with this map. So here's why I picked this drop-off point. It is right when you first come in the game. Here is the drop point that I put the combat knife in, so I can immediately get that. And I can put it away. And I'm going to leave that as my default weapon. So you just saw the save icon pop up in the bottom corner, and it froze for just a second. So that is why I think that's what's causing that. Hopefully they get a fix for that out. It didn't start doing that until this new map was released, so I'm assuming there's just a bug fix that needs to come out for it. We're not going to go in that way because there's way too many guys. I have Hitman vision. I can hold down the right bumper on the controller, and I can kind of see outlines of nearby guards. It also highlights the 4 targets in red and kind of see what they're doing.
All right. One seems pretty close. The one on the right seems nearby.
All right, so we got a bunch of guys right down here. We're going to hug the right side. Excuse me. And we're going to see what we can see here. We got 4 targets down here. And there's a lot of sneaking around. Oh, shit. I just fucked myself.
Man, that's a lot of dudes.
I did not want to be this close. And I'm going to die. We got an intruder. Yep, how you doing? All right, we're going to die, so we're just going to go down flailing.
I like the fact that you kind of sneak up to him.
Yeah.
You know?
And I'm going to die. Yeah, all right. So that was basically what happened there was I spent a lot of time dicking around at the beginning of the mission and kind of missed my window for sneaking in the way I wanted to there. So we're just going to replay right from the beginning. I have some saves that we can kind of jump earlier into or further into this map in a little bit here, but I at least want to kind of try to infiltrate. All right, we're going to start moving right away. And it did the freeze again. Ugh, that's irritating. We're going to wait it out.
Yeah.
I'm going to call this the planning phase here. It's going to freeze and let me just think about it for a minute. All right.
You know, and that's unrelated to this game. I apologize, but we were discussing Forza Horizon 3 on the PC. And, yeah, that game gets real chuggy if you open the frame rate up, unfortunately. Yeah.
Well, and that's just an optimization thing that, you know, eventually they work out. Like, when this game first got released, the Paris mission was out, and I think it was even until, not until they had released the Sapienza mission, which was the second mission, did they actually figure out the optimization on that, because it was real chuggy just like that. All right, so I've got my knife out, and I'm going to get my little throw icon, and I'm going to stick it in that guy's fucking head. And I'm going to go get my knife, and I'm going to sneak over here.
Oh my god.
I like this plan a lot.
Yeah, we got
Just murder.
Oh shit!
with caution.
I got problems. He radioed in. That's gonna be an issue. Get my knife back.
Look at him. And he's down.
I'm gonna dress up as one of these guys, and I'm gonna pick up one of these guys' guns, and then I'm just gonna walk like I belong here. Because I do. Because I'm one of these guys.
Act like you've been there. One of the best pieces of advice you can ever get.
Go into the cool camera mode here.
Oh my god. That reek is killing me.
Hey, fellas.
Those elite guys deal
There
with this.
really should be some AC/DC playing here.
And we get another freeze. That's how we get rewarded for being awesome.
I do like how it froze, though, with the two dudes looking at you
Like,
as you pass by.
what?
Look at that stone cold motherfucker.
Yeah, so one of the mechanics in this, so neither of those guys have little white dots over their head, so they are not suspicious of me at all. You will get some uniforms, some disguises where these are all just, this guy's tying his shoe, that's nice. These are all just kind of grunts, you know, outer level security. These are low ranking dudes, and they're, you know, probably just all mercenaries, so none of these guys know each other, so they're not going to recognize me. If I were to, once I get into the base, and I knock out some guy who's maybe a higher level ranking dude, and I steal his disguise, it might fool most people, but there will be higher level guys that it won't fool, so they will still be suspicious of me even though I am in a disguise, and, you know, it's just because they are aware of who their coworkers are, basically, is how that works. So nobody's suspicious, so I'm actually just going to run here for a little bit. And there's a few entrance points that I'm just kind of skipping past here. I could have gone in back by those two guards that were looking at me if I wanted to, but I actually want to go in over on this side. Just because...
Yep.
Oh, now see,
Old
like, for
side
instance,
door John.
this guy, even though I'm in a uniform that fools everybody else, he is suspicious of me, but luckily he's looking out there, so I can just walk past and he won't notice me. So that's just more of a timing to get past him, and I'm far enough away to where if he does see me now, I won't trigger enough suspicion to where he's going to go crazy. Down on the bottom,
the other way.
yeah, down on the bottom left, you see there's my little mini map, and it says searching, and that is because somebody found those. I don't know if they found those bodies yet, the two guys that I took out with the combat knife, but that one dude radioed in, so there is still like a level of alert that is going on. But I'm far enough away from it now where I just won't get implicated in whatever happened over there. If you knock somebody out and somebody sees you, that's a problem, obviously. You can run away, break line of sight, but your uniform or your disguise can become compromised, and you would have to get a new disguise to get back down to a security level where it didn't matter what you were wearing. So we're going to sneak up here.
Yeah, you do seem to kind of have your run of the place at the moment.
At the moment, yeah. So, like, just because I've played, I happen to know that I cannot go in that barn in this disguise. I cannot go in that house in this disguise. This is a really, really big map. I mean, in the grand scheme of things and of video games, it's not super huge. But as far as like a Hitman level goes, it's extremely dense and varied. The only other map that they've released so far for this game that's anything like this one is that Sapienza map. That one is super large, probably bigger than this one, but kind of the same level of variety to it. I'm really enjoying this map so far just because it's got a lot of different shit going on. It's a completely hostile environment. Like on the Sapienza map, for instance, there's a lot of civilians walking around. Everybody in this whole fucking map is armed, which is new.
Yeah, and probably eager to murder you on the quick, as we saw moments ago.
Yep. So we've got this dude here who's got a visible limp, which actually comes into play later on. And then he's got a buddy in here. I'm actually gonna... So originally when I played this, I thought this guy looked like Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe, and that was why I wanted his uniform. And it's kind of still why I want his uniform. So, we've got a third guy walking in here as well.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So at any moment, so this guy just walked in because he's on a cycle where he kind of comes in this room. It looks like he's swapping out a rifle, and he's going back out. So if I had chosen that moment to fuck these guys up, I would have gotten screwed. So there is a certain amount of surprise that can happen. There is just a disguise sitting right on the bed right here that is a militia technician. But if I were to just change into that, this guy would see me do it, and that would cause problems. What I do want to do, I think over here... Yeah, there's some rat poison. I'm going to pick that up. And when nobody's looking, I'm going to poison this water. That guy's washing his hands. The other guy's standing outside. I just poisoned that water.
Nice. Smooth as butter.
And while nobody's looking, I'm going to do my combat knife and then put it back away. And he's drinking the poison water.
Yeah, have a drink, buddy. It's a hot one out there. There is absolutely no reason to doubt the cleanliness of that water. How quick does this happen?
Pretty quick.
Oh, okay.
He's not feeling good.
Uh-oh.
Yep, he's going to go in the other room.
Yep. Somebody got a magazine.
He's gone outside.
Yeah, disguise yourself. Drown him. Drown him.
Okay. Right?
Oh, God. Yeah, now you feel like a god.
Oh, shit. He looked in the window and saw it.
Got you in my sight. Nice and slow.
Hey. Occupado. Was he the only one? Are you good?
Think so. I'm compromised. Damn, this costume is compromised because this guy saw me. That is kind of one of my only complaints about this because he was literally the only guy that saw me. But now this outfit is broken. Like if I go out, people will know that I'm a bad dude. So we're gonna just swap into Snake Eyes. This will kind of fuck up my plans that I had. But at least I am not compromised here.
Right. Does this outfit give you any more access than you had before?
It does, but it doesn't give me the access that I wanted to show. We can actually jump up to a save, and I can do the thing that I wanted to do. But no, so now I'm this dude, and it gets me a level of access that I did not have as the outer guard. There was also that technician disguise that was just sitting in here as well. So at any moment, I can always just run back here, and if I need a technician disguise, I can just swap into that one because it's sitting there. But if I go back into the bathroom here, and I got to be careful in case somebody comes in that door over there. Can I throw these fuckers out the window? I don't know if that's a good idea or not. So if I try to go back into this disguise, okay, that's the malicious soldier that I was. Point man. Yeah, so it's compromised. So if I walk outside, I'm assuming they're just going to get suspicious because it's honestly the only lame part of this is the AI is not good enough to where even though no one else saw me, this is still
right.
Fucked. So it has that problem. So, and it's really the only one of those. Where's that other one?
And the freezes.
Yeah, right now, and it hasn't frozen for a little while here, so I don't know what.
That toilet
what
is gross.
Yeah. There's some nasty shit in there.
But they're freedom fighters. What are you gonna do?
Yep.
Like they're not. Cleanliness is not what you most associate with, cultish, crazy people in the wilds of Colorado.
Right. So because I drowned that guy, it said non-target killed popped up on the screen. So actually,
Penelope Graves, acclaimed anti-terror analyst. Strange to see her as part of this crowd.
Oh, that's the dude, right?
That's one of them. Yeah.
All right.
So she's doing her little walk cycle.
Hey.
Actually, you know what?
You look like you know your way around the compound.
I just happen to know that this will work. I'll show off one of these kills here. So I'm going to switch back to make sure nobody's looking. Oh shit. All right, so you saw that little white thing pop up there for a second? That is somebody is aware of me, and there's another technician over there who is suspicious of me being in the technician uniform. So he just happened to be looking through the door when I changed into it, and that caused a problem. Also, technicians do not carry this kind of gun. So I need to equip that gun. Drop it. Oh, somebody coming in the door. I'm going to get the fuck out of here because he's going to find that gun laying on the ground. And that makes people a little crazy. I hope he doesn't go in the bathroom. He's going in the shitter. No.
Get out of there. Get out of there. That's got nothing to do with you anymore. Oh, man. Roll on.
All right, we're going to find the lady, and I just happen to know that this uniform... I think I can... Oh, wait, no, it's not this one. All right, so I'm a technician now. We're going to just walk past her. She's not suspicious at all. And anybody else suspicious of me in this uniform? Not really. There's another target over there.
You're a technician, You've got places to go, You got wires to set up.
That's right. Oh, so here we go. Here's an opportunity is revealing itself. There's some dudes talking over here, and I can listen in. And I can hit the back button here.
One of the strike team, point man by the name of Burgess, and according to those militiamen, Maya Parvati oversees training. Sounds promising. I suggest you infiltrate the strike team 47.
Oh, are you going to be able to batter someone to death?
Duties.
That sounds pretty great.
Yes, except that's the costume that I broke. That's the disguise. The point man was the one in there. When I put it on, it says compromised. So I kind of can't do this one, even though, well, and I don't know, maybe I need to just put on that one and see if it's actually compromised when I leave that room. I think it is. I think that part of this game is kind of broken. Because it also does not say that this is not available to me because that costume is compromised. So there's like kind of a gap in the tracking.
I gotcha.
Yeah. But so this is kind of a cool system. This did not exist in previous Hitman games. This is the opportunities system, and as you're walking around the map, this little light bulb icon will pop up and say, oh, an opportunity is revealing itself, and you can overhear a conversation that gives you some intel, and this particular one says these guys were talking about this battering ram test that they're doing. They're doing a training for a mission where they're going to go assassinate some targets, and you can go in there and fuck with the training if you're wearing the right disguise and kill some contacts that way. So it's basically a system that leads you to the cool ways to assassinate people in the game of Hitman. It's almost like it's just a hint system is all it is. I think it's super fun. It doesn't really ruin it for you. You could discover those things yourself, but it's really hard to just kind of happen across the right order in which you would need to do those things. And that opportunity system just kind of leads you down the path. It doesn't tell you exactly what needs to get done for every step, but it'll say, so if I activate that one, it's right now it says get the point man disguise. So let's actually, let's go try it. Let's see what it says when I pick it up. I'm curious if the
you can turn that off too, right? Like if you wanted to.
So I can go back in there and I can just say stop tracking that one. Just turn it off. I can actually also go in there, and so these are all the other ones that I've walked past. I could go to like the audition, and I can say track that one instead. And now it's saying steal the Interpol badge. So now I have a different opportunity. Here's a different way to assassinate one of the targets that I have discovered. So if I go over here, we can see that is that guard who was suspicious of me previously. So that would be a particularly hard one to do in my current disguise. So I could go back and get the Snake Eyes disguise and come back and kill this guy, get the Interpol badge, and then that will lead me down the next part of that path. Let's actually do that one. Since I think that I broke the battering ram one. We'll go back here. I like that kind of once you're in, as long as you're avoiding people who might be suspicious of you, you're just kind of in. Like it's this cool...
Yeah. Like, it gives you a little bit of freedom.
Yeah.
You've kind of earned this closer access, and it doesn't punish you by, making you sneak around people you had to sneak around in the first place.
Yeah.
We're
going to go back to Spec Ops. Oh, nobody ever picked up my gun, so we're going to go do that. And we wanted to try... Let's, here, we'll do a quick save. And we'll put it on... We'll do that one. And then I'm going to go put on this guy's costume, and we'll see what happens with this one that is supposedly compromised. We'll just see if I can walk out here. Push up on the D-pad. These guys don't seem all that suspicious. Let's go back and track the battering.
All right, everything seems cool.
All right, so I am dressed as the point man. No, maybe all that's broken is that I was compromised, but that guy's dead now, so I just have to be responsible for remembering that the reason I am compromised is no longer a reason. So, not quite the way I would want it to function, but whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Ideally, that would just go away as soon as the dude...
Yeah, so if I was...
Well, I mean, if he's not dead, I guess he could wake up, maybe?
No, that's the guy that I drowned. He's dead.
Oh, well then, yeah, that's a bug.
Yeah. If I was dressed as a technician, I could not walk past these guys. He would put his hand up and say, "Sorry, buddy, you're not allowed in here." And if I pushed it, I would be trespassing, and that would cause problems.
That is Maya Parvati, Sri Lankan assassin turned pirate turned insurgent.
All right, we're going to talk to her.
Well, our very own punching bag. Any broken bones?
Wounded pride.
Hello, woman. I am clearly not going to murder.
All right, head over to the briefing area.
Look at those eyes,
We'll in a moment.
Listen to the training briefing. So now there's another little thing over there.
Rose.
Ignore the cold gray eyes of death that looks upon you.
So had I done this properly, you can hear that this point man character that I have taken over his disguise was injured while doing this battering ram exercise, and that is why he was limping. But now I walked over here and said, "I'm back in action. I'm ready to go." And she says, "All right, let's get on with this training. Come over and sit down and watch the briefing." So that is what I am doing. Blend in as the point man. I'm going to take a seat. We're going to watch a little PowerPoint.
Oh, I love criminal PowerPoints. It's always on pirated software, too.
But in case amnesia has set in, here's the sequence.
Here's the sequence.
Advance to the car with haste. Eliminate the passengers. Retrieve the briefcase. Extract. Got that?
Seems simple enough.
And remember, speed and accuracy is the name of the game. All right. Now go pick up.
I like any plan that involves a battering ram, really.
Take him down!
All right, stop blending into position.
Yeah, come on, lazy bones. Let's get going.
Got my gun.
That is Sean Rose.
Oh, there's another target.
terrorist turned insurgent.
You can see his wrist is highlighted. There's another
Not a problem.
way to kill that guy that involves his wristwatch.
All right.
The test is going to start.
Let's go again. On your marks. Ready. Set. Execute. And extract.
Oh, I don't have a crowbar.
Come on, shoot him!
Fuck, where do I get a crowbar?
Don't let him get away!
All right.
Oh, no, it's on the trunk. It's sitting on the
Oh,
trunk.
was it?
Will!
Yeah. No, other way.
I got it.
Other way.
That's it! Now let loose on that!
All right, so we fucked this up, so that's fine.
Shoot him! Now!
You're plateauing, people. Take 5 and find your A game.
So the mission resets because we didn't do it in the time allotted. So I fucked it up because I didn't have a crowbar yet.
Burgess, that's just not good enough. Speed, accuracy. This needs to improve. Team's performance was passable.
So
but
is it
lacks
just like,
coordination.
okay, now
The
do
point is to
this
build
portion?
Do
of
it
again.
again.
You don't have to. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Perfect
Yep.
sequence of
All right.
synchronized motion.
Yeah, that's
We've been through this
pretty
before.
forgiving.
Yeah, and I mean the only reason I kind of rolled into this so quickly was because I did this last night. So
If you do what I tell you, nothing will go
there is
wrong.
a thing over here where I can turn off the safety system. But we're not going to do that right now. This may get a little dicey because I don't know exactly how this is supposed to go down. But, alright, we're going to start the training routine again.
All right, let's go again. On your marks. Ready. Set.
Can you reload?
Yep.
Entourage.
Damn it. I'm wasting time.
On this guy!
And extract.
Take him out!
Disable the safety system. Alright, next time the test runs, the safety system is
Great work.
disabled.
The rest of you need
Excellent.
to be tighter, but I like where this is heading. A few more rounds and this will work perfectly.
Your point man is in a league of his own. Team
Nicely done, 47. Parvati won't know what hit her.
What is this?
Nicely done, 47. Two
Oh, and there's
flies
the
with
camera.
one
You can
swat.
film it all.
On site, one civilian down, over.
And they're all dead.
They had themselves a little old accident.
Yep.
Yep.
And because I just kind of hit the button and got the fuck out of there, 2 targets
Yeah.
are down.
Affirmative. Solid
That,
copy.
And-
that
and you're
guy is,
fine.
yeah, well, that guy's suspicious of me, so I need to get the fuck out of here. But that, like, 2 targets are down. I just completed half of the mission. And now I can go, and there's another target right here in this shed, so I could start working on the next part of this. So,
Wow.
yeah, I mean, I don't want to give away too much more. That is just one way to assassinate both of those people at the exact same time that I happened to find last night. Like I said, that guy has like a wristwatch on. There's a way to take him down, with some explosives. He's like kind of the explosives expert. He regularly goes over to this demolitions area over here. And there's a way to sneak, like I would need a special disguise to get in there and take him down using some method that I would discover in there. Like, so every one of these characters has like I can't go in here as this guy. Watch.
Hey,
I'm impressed.
this area's a no-go for you, buddy. Sorry.
So they will not let me in there wearing that disguise.
Training director.
But yeah, so each of these 4 characters is, on this kind of loop throughout the map, and you have multiple opportunities to kill all of them using different methods. I mean, you could just
I
climb.
like the look of that forklift. Or is that like a more of a distraction thing? Like you can just set it rolling?
Yeah. So like you can go turn on the engine. There's all kinds of little things like that. Like here's a generator back here. I can turn this generator off. That will cause somebody who's nearby to go, what happened to the generator? And they'll come and investigate, and that is how I create an opportunity for myself to like steal that dude's disguise if I wanted to do that. I discovered this over here last night. There's this car up on the lift, and this guy's like changing the oil or something, but there's a button right here that drops the car. So here's a possible opportunity to assassinate somebody. But I don't know how to get a target over there, so I just killed that guy instead.
You're just an agent of chaos at this point.
Yeah. So now that guy's going over to investigate, and nobody's the wiser because I am not hanging out there. Like I just killed somebody. So, and I also you lose points for taking out non-targets. There's a point system. It's not super necessary to enjoy the game at all. Here is one of the entrances I walked by right at the beginning of the game. These are the two guys that were eyeballing me. I could have just walked right in here, and I would have been in the map. All right, so we got some suspicious dudes around now. But yeah, I mean, I don't really want to show too much more. I don't want to like ruin all the different things you can do on this. But this game looks great. Textures are real nice. The lighting is real nice. This map is real nice. And this is just one of 5. This is the 5th map that they've released. Plus, there's kind of the intro training sessions, which are also kind of fun. Like there's that wooden boat that we showed at the very beginning. There's a target on that map that I assassinated by putting a proximity mine on a toilet, and he went into the bathroom and he blew up, and that was how I killed the guy. You know. And then there's another. You can drown him in the toilet. You can stab him and throw him in the closet. Like there's all these different ways. You're not just nailed down to any one way to take someone out in this game. And this map is really awesome because there's just all these opportunities everywhere. There's that house over there. There's several other disguise types in that house that you can get into. There is a like if I try to go in the house as this point man character, they won't let me in there. So this gives me kind of free access out here, but in order to get in there, I would need to be one of these elite guard guys.
I can't let you through here right now.
That is Ezra Berg,
So it's just
former
it's
Mossad
a
interrogator.
fucking Hitman game, and
The
it's just
service
put
is
together
owned
really
by
nice, and it plays really well, and controls are fucking tight, and I don't know. I'm having a great time with it. I bought it full price back when it was at the very beginning, when it was just the Paris map, and I have been increasingly more and more pleased every time they release new content for it. So, and I mean, that was originally kind of controversial. Like a lot of people went nuts when they said, "Oh, we're doing this episodic thing." I think it's great. I think it really serves this game well because while I'm waiting for new maps and I'm itching to play some Hitman, like I've spent more time replaying maps and discovering new, ways and methods to kill people, and having more fun with it that way, I think, than I would have if like the whole game just came out like I would. Oh, I killed those guys on that map. I'm going to just move on to the next map. So it helps you get more out of the game because it is being released in this episodic format, which I didn't anticipate liking, but it works really well.
Yeah, I really like this the opportunity system a lot. That's really appealing, and not necessarily hand-holding, but certainly like, hey, if you can't figure out what to do, go do this thing, and it's going to be kind of weird and fun.
Yeah.
I like that. So, yeah, it's every time I see this game, it kind of recommends itself to be more.
Yeah, it's really good. And so we're gonna go out in a blaze of glory.
Do it. Kill them all.
It didn't work very well. That's it, Mambo. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Anytime.